Howdy team, welcome to today's episode. I'm talking to you live 36 hours into my fourth child coming 2 months early, completely unexpectedly. Before we get into it, both mother and baby are doing absolutely fine. We expected a girl, we've ended up with a boy to complete 2 girls and now 2 boys. So we are a family of 6, which is absolutely insane. It was totally unexpected that this little boy would be arriving 2 months early, that I've had to juggle getting 3 kids to school, suddenly sort out all the washing, get to the hospital, look after mum, organise absolutely everything. And it really reminds me of the importance of work-life balance. And it's really important that I believe that everybody should have at least one person that they employ, and that should be a PA. Because when it's just you and you're a one-person army, when it's just you taking on the world, being the marketer, the salesperson, the customer delivery, the customer success, the client support, the finances, the administration, it is so much to juggle and so much to try and manage that if you can delegate some of the lower value tasks, shall we say, such as answering the phone, booking appointments, managing your events, checking on your emails, helping you to do your post, whatever it is, your focus has to be on the highest, most valuable activities for your life, for your business, for your clients. Everything either costs time or it costs you in money. That's why I'm so happy to pay for a coach or a mentor, because they're going to save me a hell of a lot of time having to try and figure out exactly what needs to get done. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that I think are vital for being able to manage your own work and life balance. And I want to caveat this with saying there are periods of short-term pain for long-term gain. You know, when you're taking on a new employee, when you're implementing a new system into your business, when you're juggling a brand new baby that has turned up 2 months early, there has to be some short-term sacrifice. At the moment, my guess is that my short-term sacrifice is going to be less sleep than I'm typically used to. There's definitely going to be the same amount of work and the same amount of output, but it has to be managed effectively. And the first thing that's really important is compartmentalization. Being able to put things in boxes and being able to make sure that you are focusing your attention, your energy on specific tasks and actions in the time that you need to get them done. Because you know what it's like when you're going on holiday. You can cram 5 days worth of work into 4, 3, even 2 days. And that's because you're focused. That's because you're working on one task at a specific time. You know, for example, and this is a real out there kind of example, but yesterday, 24 hours after the baby was born, I took my kids to see the little boy at 3 o'clock. His name's Rafferty. I keep saying the little boy, but his name's Rafferty. So I took the kids to see Rafferty at 3 o'clock. We then had to go home. Kids hadn't eaten. So we got stuck in traffic because there was a massive traffic jam on the A12. So then when we get home, it's like, right, get the dinner on. Okay, once the dinner is now on, what do I need to do? Let's put some washing on. You know, now let's make sure that I'm preparing myself some dinner for tomorrow. You know, then let's go and get the washing out of the dryer that had been in there and start folding that up. Now there's an element of multitasking, but there's an element of I'm working on one specific thing for a period of time that keeps me focused, that enables me to get that element done. You know, today I've come into the office, which leads me to point number 2. You have to prioritize. There's a million things I'm sure on your to-do list. There's everything you want to get done. You want to launch lead magnets. You want to put funnels out there. You want to do Facebook ads. You need to go to networking events. You need to make more sales calls. You need to do more fact finds. You need to ring all your old clients and upsell them. The list is never ending. And here's the thing, it never gets any shorter. When you want to build a business, there is always a mountain of work to get done. And that is why prioritizing is important. In order to be able to prioritize the family yesterday, I have to sacrifice some time this morning to focus on work, to set the team up, to organize them a little bit for the week, to make sure that they're focused on the highest action tasks, to get this podcast done for you because we're approaching Christmas time. And unfortunately, everything's going to be shut down. So we need to get some episodes in the bank, scheduled and ready to go. So I've got my list of all the things that I need to do. I keep my notes on my phone. I have a little book where I tick things off. I leverage Trello. If you're not using it, you should check it out. I have a board for things that I need to do, things that I'm doing, and things that I need to get done. And that's to manage the projects. That's to get things out of my head, not on my book that I could lose, my phone that nobody else has access to, but onto my Trello where my PA can access it and go, well, actually, I could do those 3 for Gary. I know exactly what needs to get done. Or she'll look at it and voice note me and say, Gary, there's these 3 things on there. What do I need to do to help you to get these things done? Or we sit down and I say, there's these 3 things. Can you get these done for me? Here's a rough outline of what needs to get done. Go and do it. So compartmentalizing is absolutely vital, to get your workout in, to get your sleep done. Now, last night, going back to what I said a moment ago, in terms of compartmentalizing, once I got the kids in bed at sort of 7, 8 o'clock, I was then on the laptop for an hour. I was sorting out all the emails and everything else. That's where the sleep is going to be the sacrifice that I'm making. But also there's going to be a bit of sacrifice in time with the new baby and mum, because there has to still be a business and a team of 20 odd 3 people that need to get dealt, plus 3 kids that still need to be looked after. So it does mean that the pace is going to pick up for the next few weeks, but it's short-term pain, but ultimately long-term gain, because once the baby becomes home, once you go into normal routines and rhythms, then everything begins to settle. But the destination that you want to get to, the journey just changes and you just have to adapt and iterate and pivot as you need to in order to be able to juggle and manage the extra things that come on to your plate. The third and final one really is one that's really close to my heart, which is not neglecting yourself in any of this, because it's so easy to put all of your energy into one of those buckets or one of those compartmentalized areas. But you need to take time for yourself, and you need to make sure that you are having some time on your own. For me, I went for a run this morning, 45 minutes on the treadmill that I have in my garage. The kids know that I'm in the garage. They come down, make their own breakfast. They were there. I told them when Hunter, my youngest, comes down, just make him a bagel so that you don't have to interrupt my run. But you need to make sure that even if you're just going for a walk, even if you're going, you manage to fit some gym time in. I've messaged a friend of mine to take the kids to school tomorrow so that I can go to the gym for 45 minutes in the morning, just to stick to some of the habits and the routines that I'm used to, because you can't stop doing the things that keep you motivated, keep you inspired, keep your energy levels high, keep you happy and de-stressed. Because if you do, then that impacts, in my belief, on the other children, my wife, the new baby. You have to make sure that you prioritize what you need. On a plane, they say you've got to put your own mask on before you can help others. So you need to make sure that you take care of yourself, and you need to make sure that you're giving yourself the time, the freedom and the choice, and you've got a partner who hopefully supports that, because that's how you bring your best self to your work and to your life that enable you to keep that balance. So this is a short, sharp, probably a bit ranty, maybe even a bit preachy, but I'm sorry it's that way. I'm in a really hyper fast state at the moment because I'm now cracking off and going straight to the hospital to see the newborn before I have to go back to then see Hunter's performance in the Christmas play. So it's all a bit manic, but this is my commitment. We're now 40 episodes of this podcast. We do one a week every single week. I share the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, how we're generating leads, how we're increasing sales, how we're maximizing our profit. And I'm going to be talking to you on the next episode about a conversation I've just had with my team about how we are going to better serve our clients. Because if I'm honest, Active as a brokerage has been going since 2006. My training and coaching and this podcast started in the March of 2019, when really advisors were asking me for help. It was a bit of fun. It was a test. I enjoy educating, sharing knowledge, because I think it's wasted in my head if you go through the same pain that I did. I want to save you that trouble. So we've just sat down and worked out a big goal for 2023. And I'm going to share it with you so that you can think about how you can apply that in your own business to increase your sales and maximize your profit. There's a million different ways in which you can do it, but working with your existing clients, serving them better, building closer relationships is what's going to create more profit in your business, plus more results, more testimonials, a better community. And I'm going to talk to you about what we've decided to do in 2023 so you can apply that into your own business as well. Guys, thanks very much indeed for watching the YouTube video. It's a pleasure to bring this content to you. I really want to help serve you. So put your comments below with questions that you have, with advice of how you manage work-life balance, what you need support with in your business, in your life, because we can do further videos for you. Please make sure that you do like the video, you leave me comments below, and you subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Remember, now's the time to become pro.